We're live now.
And welcome to Marshfield, Wisconsin, and welcome to Columbus Catholic High School for today's girls basketball game here out of the Cloverville East. That's the number 5 ranked Columbus Catholic Dons and the visiting Owen-Withee Blackhawks. Jason Zaleski here. Welcome aboard, everybody. So before we get started, something I need everybody to know. Trevor, go ahead and put it up there. Somewhere, someone's bowl is empty. Empty bowls is more than a meal. It's a movement. The first Marshfield area Empty Bowls event was held back in 2012 and since has raised nearly $100,000 to support the work of Super Socks Food Pantry and Clothes Closet. Join on Saturday, March 14th, starting at 11 at the Eagles Club in Marshfield. Bring your friends, bring your family, take home a handcrafted bowl, eat some soup, and be part of the solution to fight hunger in our community. Take a look at the Owen-Withee Blackhawks as they come into this game at 15-5 overall. They are 8-4 in Cloverville East Conference play, and we'll take a look at their last 5 games that these Blackhawks have played, coached by Josh Jolling. And the last 5 games are brought to us by Marshfield Insurance. Save money on health, home, auto, and more with Marshfield Insurance. Start today at marshfieldinsurance.com. For the Owen-Withee Blackhawks, they are winners of 3 of their last couple of games. They beat Greenwood Granton, lost at Neilsville, beat Loyal at home, beat Edgar over in Edgar. That was a big win for Owen-Withee. And then let one slip back on the 5th last week over at Spencer, 35-27. But be heartened, Blackhawks fans, that was senior night over at Spencer, and weird things happen on senior night when you're playing on somebody else's floor. We'll tell you all about the Columbus Catholic Dons as we get ready for this game coming up in just a bit on Zaleski Sports, presented by ShedsDelivered.com.
Are you tired of your old truck? Hey everybody, Matt over at Wheeler Chevrolet GMC, and as you can see, we have rows of trucks ready for you. Take home today. Stop on in or call us about the great rates and awesome rebates going on at Wheeler Chevrolet GMC.
We're going to tell all of our viewers about Mitten's Rusted and Busted trade-in sale, which reminds me of a funny story.
Folks, Tim's saying that Mitten's is paying its customers to get rid of their old furniture and buy new.
This January's Rusted and Busted promotion is so huge. Do you think we could make it any bigger?
I don't think so, Tim.
Hey, do you think Jill will let me buy a brand new Lazy Boy power recliner, or should I build one myself?
Well, Tim, the stars are telling me that buying one from Mittens would be a safer decision.
Is it time to replace your old gutters? Call Schwartz Seamless Gutters and protect your home with new seamless technology. No seams, no leaks. With free estimates in 2 days or less and workmanship guaranteed, our service is as seamless as our gutters.
Back in Marshfield again, gang. Jason Zaleski here with you. Let's I'll tell you about the Columbus Catholic Dons' last 5 games that these Dons have played. Again, last 5 games presented by Marshfield Insurance. Save money on health, home, auto, and more with Marshfield Insurance. Start today at marshfieldinsurance.com. For the Dons, back on the 5th, I guess that was on Thursday, right, gang? Over at Colby, 59-29 winners. The Dons put it to the Hornets last week on Thursday. Home game last week against Division IV Marathon, that was a loss, 54-46. A well-played game, really, by both teams. The Marathon Red Raiders just a tick better than the Dons a week ago tonight. Over in Three Lakes a couple of Saturdays ago, Dons with the win there over the Blue Jays, 54-47. They beat Spencer on that Friday night prior, 62-43, and beat Gilman 75-41. So Dons winners 4 of their last 5. Blackhawks have won 3 of their last 2. And for the Dons, it's an important game here tonight. And coaches don't like to look ahead, but old Uncle Jace loves to look ahead, because that Thursday game here in Marshfield against Neilsville, with a win tonight over Owen-Withee, would be history made. Dons will make history tonight with a win over Owen-Withee, and that has to do with the Thursday game at home against Neilsville. I'll tell you about that at halftime, so don't go anywhere at the halftime, because this is a big one. It'll be historical if the Dons can win here tonight. Let's send it now courtside to our PA announcer, Joe Anderson, for tonight's opening prayer, national anthem, and starting lineups.
Columbus Catholic High School, Owen-Withee High School, and the WIAA require good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators in education-based interscholastic events. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and the officials. Profanity, racial, sexist or ethnic comments, or other intimidating or taunting actions will not be tolerated and are grounds removed from the site of competition. We ask you to please enjoy the game in a positive manner. We ask you to please rise for a prayer. Strong and faithful God, as we come together for this contest, we ask you to bless these athletes. Keep them safe from injury and harm, instill in them respect for each other, and reward them for their perseverance. Lead us all to the rewards of your kingdom, where you live and reign forever and ever. Amen. Ladies and gentlemen, to honor America and those defending our freedom, we ask those who are able to please stand, remove your caps, and place your hand over your heart for our national anthem, sung this evening by Miss Anna Becker.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Anna. And now, ladies and gentlemen, your attention please to tonight's starting lineups. First, for the visiting Owen-Withee Blackhawks, a senior, number 4, Emily Hadelstad. A senior, number 5, Kayla Rasmussen. A senior, number 14, Maddie Mueller. A junior, number 22, Jocelyn Severai. And a senior, number 25, Carmen Freed. Head coach of Owen-Withee is Josh Jolly, assisted by Scott Marrier and Holly Hadelstad. And ladies and gentlemen, time now for the starting lineups for your Columbus Tide! A senior, 5'7" guard, number 1, Caitlin Kasperson. A sophomore, a 5'8" guard, number 2, Izzy Holmes. A sophomore forward, 6-footer, number 3, Maddie Vernon. A junior, a 5'6" guard, number 4, Sophie Wilczek. And a freshman guard, standing 5'9", number 30, Ellie Gardner. Columbus is head coached by Eric Wilson.
All right, thanks again to our public address, Joe Anderson, for getting us set for tonight's game, and we'll go through the starting lineups one more time for you. For Coach Josh Jolings, Owen-Withee Blackhawks, 15-5 overall, 8-4 in conference. Delaney Hadelstad, Kayla Rasmussen, Maddie Muller, Jocelyn Severide, and Carmen Fries. And for Coach Eric Wilson's Dons, 16-4 overall, 10-1 in the Clover Belt East. Caitlin Casperson, Izzy Holes, Maddie Burnick, Sophie Wilczek, and Ellie Gardner. Starting lineups brought to you by Hiller's True Value, Central Wisconsin's Milwaukee Tool Destination Center. On the job or in the woods, be ready to fight the winter elements and keep you warm wherever you go this winter. That's Hiller's True Value in Marshfield, and it's going to be spring before you know it, right? Got to be. That is your home garden center at Hiller's as well. Phil brings and the crew bring everything outside. You get all your plants, your rakes, your shovels, your dirt, your everything needed. Big night tonight on Zaleski Sports. I think 16 games. This is game number 3. We started at 6 o'clock over in Eau Claire with Regis and Fall Creek boys basketball. And Wittenberg, Burnhamwood, and Pacelli, an absolute banger of a game tonight going on in Stevens Point right now. 2 of the top teams in the state, a couple of the top teams in their own divisions, as a matter of fact. Dons in Division 5 come in at number 5 this week. I think that's a high watermark. It may be a tie of a high watermark, but high watermark nonetheless. Steal there from Severide. And the Blackhawks have the ball back. We're 1 minute off the clock. No score yet to report to you. Severide up top. Now near wing is Rasmussen. And a 3 launch here is good for Jocelyn Severide. So Severide opens the scoring for the road Warriors, the Blackhawks. Again, Jason Zaleski here. Welcome aboard, everybody. As Casperson got caught in the corner and bounces it off the shoe of Muller. Good thought. Here's our instant replay. Trevor's back in the broadcast room bringing all that stuff to you. Instant replay there. Shows Severide with that 3. Straight on. Had a really good look at it. Don's left her alone up top. Hand down, man down. And if you're looking for another companion game in the Clover Belt, it's Loyal at Neelsville girls basketball. So you can catch and keep an eye on Neelsville. Again, Dons win tonight. It'll be a historic win for these Dons. I'll tell you more during halftime about that. But that's a long time between now and halftime, a long time between now and the end of the game. But that's what's on the line for the Dons. History tonight with a win over the Blackhawks. And again, I will fill you in on those details at halftime of what the implications are that I'm talking about. Severide took a couple steps inside the 3-point line and hits. She's got all 5 points here tonight. Also over in Greenwood, John is over there shooting highlights tonight. We should see Tatum Travis on Facebook highlights early in the morning, scoring her 1,000th career point tonight. She is 6 away, is the Greenwood Granton Indians post player, Tatum Travis, 6 points, and she'll hit 1,000 on the career, and we will have highlights of that for you tomorrow on Facebook, Zaleski Sports. There you go. We got Severide both hoops. Got a 19.5-footer and a 17-footer, 5 points. Here's Severide on the baseline. Oh. Just off the front of the rim. Rebound brought down by Maddie Burnick. For a while during those starting lineups, I thought Joe Anderson said the 6'3" Maddie Burnick, but perhaps number 3 6-footer Burnick. I know she's not 6'3". She is tall, though. She might be 6 foot. Mom's about 6 foot tall. Maybe 5'11". Mom is she's our security guard at Columbus Catholic. You walk in, you got to sign in the guest book, and Mom's there to make sure you do it. Thank you, Mrs. Burnick. Up top with an Al Rasmussen. Now inside touch here for Fries. Fries off the mark to the right side. Holes with the rebound. Don's off the scorebook here the first 3.5 minutes here of this game. A little bit unlike Coach Wilson's squad. They are a high-scoring squad this year. Averaging somewhere around 60 points a game. And once I get a mouse click, I will confirm that for you. But uncharacteristic here, especially at home. Been a rather scoring-efficient team. Their Gardner loses it. It'll go down as a steal, but that was just lost on the dribble. And Severide dumped down low. A shot put up by Freeze is no good, and back come Holes and the Dons. Bounce up ahead for Casperson. Ball's on the floor. Girls spill. Ball bounced out to Addie Hattelstad. She came in the game here at some point in one of those dead balls. They're both Addie and Delaney Hattelstad on the floor. Shot there from Freeze. Burnick defends it. Gardner gives off to Casperson, gets it back. Gardner, a laser downstairs to Holes, but that taken away by Freeze. Dons have been turnover efficient here through the first 4.5 minutes. Not scoring efficient, though. In the corner, here's Muller. 3 is short. Went off after her own miss, and we're going to have a tie-up. And possession arrow will point to the Dons. So let's take a look here during our stoppage at our game. Yeah, right on 60 points. Boy, it's almost like I know something about this. Dons averaging 60 points a game coming in. But they've far off of that pace, actually. I mean, mathematically on pace for 0, although that's not going to last. Everybody knows that. Near steal, though, there for Muller. Holes keeps it. Blackhawks score 40 a game. Here's Gardner. 3 is short. Rebound pulled down. Up ahead, outlet comes to Severide. Severide picks up her dribble. Hattelstad. Now Rasmussen. Back to Hattelstad. Blackhawks were at state last year. They were a state qualifying team a year ago. A lot of those girls graduated. Still a 15-5 record this year. So those last year's juniors and underclassmen learned a lot from those seniors and have carried the torch forward from a state appearance a year ago to a 15-5 record this year. Although 4 of those losses coming in conference play, so you could lazily assume that the non-conference schedule was a little bit weak. Maybe it was. Opinions are yours, not mine. Inside, Rasmussen at the elbow, found herself all alone, did Kayla. Kayla makes the Dons pay. 7-0 start for the Blackhawks. They pick up 1-2-2 pressure. Dons get through it. Gardner, back it out. Casperson, a look for it's Chase Blanker in the game in 21 in white. Blanker, Gardner, 3, and that one off the mark. Long rebound comes out to Addie Hattelstad. Another missed opportunity for the Dons, that time down. Coach Wilson tells them, buckle up, play defense. Zone defense for the Dons, 2-3 zone. Packing it inside are the Dons. At the elbow, Severide, inside feed for Freeze. She shoots over the top of either a Blanker or Hilgeman. Either way, Coach Wilson upset. Dons call the timeout. Back for more basketball right after this on Zaleski Sports, presented by ShedsDelivered.com.
We have team members in our lives, whether it's this or that or friends, and he's my team member that looked for my best interest. And he said, we're going to get you up walking without the walker. And I'm like, oh, really? And he says, yeah, we are. I'm really grateful from the bottom of my heart to Shai and his staff because they made the impossible seem possible.
Call to set up a free, no obligation evaluation. Next Step Prosthetics, the fit for you.
Cobuson Bus is hiring its drivers that they need. Cobuson Bus is hiring, it's the perfect job for me.
Cobuson Buses would like to thank all of our school bus drivers throughout the state of Wisconsin for their safe driving. If you would like to make a difference in your community with a fun and rewarding part-time job, apply at Cobuson.com.
Cobuson Bus is hiring, it's the perfect job for me.
I mentioned senior night in Spencer last week. That helped the Spencer Rockets, no doubt helped them defeat the Owen-Withee Blackhawks. It is youth night at Columbus Catholic tonight, and I bet we'll see those youth at halftime. Also a poster signing after the game, so if you're on your way to the gym, keep coming because these Dons, each and every one, are going to sign autographs on their posters tonight for you and the Utes in attendance as Ellie Gardner scores out of the Coach Wilson timeout. And Coach was highly upset at his team. Owen-Withee 9-0 start to begin this one. And Coach just put it simply, let his girls have it in that timeout. Ellie Gardner responds. Big one on the boys' side tonight. Amherst 10-9 boys basketball team playing 18-0 Tigers as the feed down low to Severide, and the Dons lose track of Severide down low. Coach Wilson on the bench telling his bench players, how did we let her? How? And a travel there as Gardner faced up against Carmen Freeze, and Freeze intimidated Gardner into a travel. Tigerton boys 18-0. They're ranked number 5 in the state, and they're the 1 seed in their group. Haven't talked about seeds yet today for this girls game. No doubt, gang, I will. The Tigerton, the current 1 seed over in their group. If you're looking for a companion game, again, it's Loyal at Neilsville girls, and likely the game of the night, Tigerton and Amherst boys. Severide on the miss. The follow is good for Addie Hadelstad, and the bucket is up for 3. On the feed from Hadelstad, and the Blackhawks have it hooked up early in Marshfield here tonight. Wilczek over to Gardner. Coach Jolling tells his girls, hands up, just play straight up defense. Gardner got it poked away, stolen by the Blackhawks. Here comes Severide. Severide, 18-footer from Rasmussen, no. And Blinker's going to chase down the rebound and then fired a bullet at Holes and off of her forehead, and the Blackhawks with the ball. I don't know if Chase realized that her passing partner was just a couple feet away, but that was going to be tough to handle no matter who it was on the other side of it. Missed by Severide, rebound pulled down by Hilgeman. Here come the Dons. They trail big. Blinker in the corner. Blinker averages just a few points per game, so the scoring won't come from her as Holes on the pull-up misses. She averages 11, but the averages don't matter right now. Dons only have 2, and those are Ellie Gardner's points. Blackhawks will call the timeout as we near the end of the first. They lead 13-2 on Zaleski Sports, presented by ShedsDelivered.com. Nuts Deep 2, a Marshfield favorite for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Soup, salad, pizza, omelets, sandwiches, wraps, and burgers. How about appetizers like loaded tots and super nuts nachos? 14 large TVs to watch all your favorite games. Plus, entertainment and event space for groups large and small for your upcoming parties. Nuts Deep 2 again, awarded Best Burgers and Fish Fry in Marshfield. Nuts Deep 2 on South Central Avenue in Marshfield, and Nuts Deep 2 North in Spencer. Who scored? As we come back here, Owen-Withee with a 3-point basket, and they lead 16-2. And so Coach Jolling's timeout equals 3 points for the Blackhawks. And Don's in some trouble as the first quarter has come to an end. That one skipped almost to the bench of the Blackhawks, but Holes able to pull it down. Gardner defense all over Ellie Gardner tonight. Holes, elbow, no, short. And rebound's going to be pulled down by Addie Hadelstad. Trevor, send me that score in the chat, please. Here are the Blackhawks back on offense. Corner, dribble it back out, it'll be Muller. And the bunny maybe a little bit too close there for Kayla Rasmussen. And here we've got that we missed Addie Hadelstad for 3. That was our coming out of the break, so we get to see the 3 from Hadelstad in the end. And Wilczek with a layup on the other end, so scoring begins to pick up here on both sides, perhaps. 20 points in the game, only 4, though, for the Dons, so you can maybe scoring is still just the one-sided affair. Here is Severide, 3, just off the mark, Holes with the rebound. Dons will need a lot more of that here to close out the half. Gardner, a near travel, bench thought it was. She gets that one blocked by Muller. So Muller with the block on Gardner. Back come the Blackhawks. They lead by 12. Severide open, 17-footer off the backboard and no. Gardner with a rebound. Dons in transition. They'll pull up and slow up. There's holes in the corner. Blanker on the post. Blanker, and boy, tried to get that through two Blackhawks and into Wilczek. That was a tough pass to say the least. Here's a straight on three from Muller. That off the mark. Dons will let that go out of bounds. Well, they won't. They'll actually save it back in from Wilczek. Sometimes that nugget just too juicy to pass up. Pull that one back in and keep the game flow. Feed to Blanker's knocked out of bounds by Freeze. Discover Marshfield's wellness destination, Be Well Studio. Experience cutting-edge recovery tools, hydromassage, infrared sauna, red light therapy, PEMF, and more. All designed to help your body and mind feel the best. Each 15-minute session, just $29. Memberships are available. Book your wellness session today at bewell-studio.com. That's Be Well Studio of Marshfield. Gardner at the point. Wilczek far wing. Inside now to Casperson, and foul is called on the floor, even though in 80% of the state that is a shooting foul every time. I don't know why it's got to be that way in the northern half of the state, but strange thing to see it called everywhere else in the state except here. Here's Holes, three. Good for Izzy Holes. I was told before the season that the association put out an emphasis on, quote, continuation, kind of a ruling. So Casperson looked to be in her steps to me. And it's called a shooting foul almost everywhere else in the state. So, be that as it may, I guess. Three on the way. That overshot everything. And somehow saved back in. What a play there from Kayla Rasmussen. As that free launch by Delaney Hadelstad was off the mark. We take a look at Coach Eric Wilson on the bench here, still trying to find the formula for his troops here. They trail 16-7. Or 7-16. You know what I'm saying. You hear me. In for the first time tonight, Josie Larcock. In 35 in black, in for the Blackhawks, 32 in black. That's what I said, right? 32 in black. 16 games on the network tonight, and they're all really juicy. I'll give you another one if you're looking for a companion game. As Delaney hits the three, Delaney Hadelstad. Blackhawks continue their torrid pace here in the first half. Assumption girls at Auburndale. Again, haven't talked a lot about seeds yet. Score has not allowed me to really get into that a whole lot here in this one. Dons are, though, clinging and fighting tooth and nail to keep the 2 seed right now. The 2 seed's important because it gives you a home regional final if you're able to win your quarter and your semi. The 2 is important. If you're not a 2, you're not a home playoff team throughout the regional round. So the Dons right now clinging with everything they have to a 2 seed as Casperson fires away. A loss here and they can forget the 2. A win here, and they will continue to cling on it as we see that 3 from Delaney Hadelstad. And it's an assumption that trails in the 3 spot right now. There is a head-to-head tiebreaker available for Assumption, so even if they did finish as the mathematical 3, they would go ahead of Columbus Catholic due to the mathematical tiebreaker, which we believe they're in the allowance for right now in that difference. But more importantly, perhaps, tonight, the formula would be this, as Burnick misses from the free throw line. A Columbus Catholic win and an Assumption loss would create even more distance between the 2 and the 3 line for the Dons to hang on to that 2 seed and hang on to a home regional final. But this game is trending towards it won't matter. 19-7, Dons trail by 12. So a loss tonight and just, the 2 seed will be completely out of reach, even if Assumption loses tonight. That 2 would be out of reach anyway. Here's Gardner. Gardner had a dribble left, took it, still with it under the basket, and last touched by Kayla Rasmussen. It'll stay Dons basketball. Sophie Wilczek back in for the Dons. Gardner to inbound. Find all those seeds at ZaleskiSports.com. Just click VIP. You can see every team in the state, every seed score for every girls and boys basketball team. Gardner 3 on the way. Click VIP at ZaleskiSports.com, and you can see every seed score as the seeds will be revealed on Sunday by the association. We will do a final seed showing on Saturday. But right now, Don's clinging with everything they have to a 2, and if you looked at it in real time, trailing by 12, they would be a 3. And perhaps, depending on other results, could sag to as many as far as a 4 seed, depending on the result tonight and Thursday here at home against Neilsville. So I'll talk about more about that at halftime. Here's Casperson. Wilczek took a look at the rim. Casperson left open, fires, delivers. Casperson for 3. Second 3 of the night for the Dons. Casperson joins Holes with a 3-point bucket. Dons trail by 9. Timeout Blackhawks. We will do the same. Girls basketball. More to come after this on Zaleski Sports, presented by ShedsDelivered.com.
This is my home. I've grown up here. My grandparents always took very, very good care of the house. They worked so hard their whole life to keep things nice. You want to make sure that you're getting the job done correctly. You know it's a dirty job, a big job. When I went out there expecting chaos, and I just saw people on their hands and knees, like they literally picked up everything. Whether it was garbage they left or whether it was garbage that was there. It was a top-tier experience.
We know how a bank should be at Partners Bank. Banking should be easier, treating our customers as valued and important. Services should be better with online and mobile banking and locations close to where you live and work. Loans should be quicker, and we make all decisions locally with years of experience helping people with their financing needs. Partners Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Partners Bank, better together.
Jocelyn Severide, she's got 7 for the Blackhawks. She leads all scorers coming out of this Owen-Withee timeout here tonight. She's got 7. Both Casperson and Holes each with 3 for the Dons. Coach Jolling called that timeout. Just looking to regroup here a little bit. Set up a kind of a 3-minute goal before the half for his girls. Telling them, here's 2 things I want us to accomplish in the next 3 minutes. 1, let's hold a halftime lead. And 2, maybe a defense or an offensive switch or a switch up of some sort as Wilczek gets around Severide. Down low, the feed from Wilczek. The bucket from Kenley Hilgeman. Big time play there for the Dons. Coach Wilson did some drawing up of his own in the huddle. And Wilczek with the spinorama made that happen. And that's going to be last off of Burnick. It'll belong to the Blackhawks. Thanks to our game day sponsors, Frayne Auto Body, ShedsDelivered.com, House of Heating, Taqueria Monarca, and Total Electric. You see the feed there from Wilczek to Hilgeman. That went around the world once and down. Nicely done by the Dons. Dons cut the deficit to 7. They have trailed by as many as 12. And I may have even trailed by as many as 14. 7 now. Inside feed is good. The answer by Josie. I didn't hear Joe say the same last name I did. I saw the rosters over on Bound, and I questioned that one. I questioned the spelling on it. So I'll check the chat box later. If anybody wants to help me out with the spelling on Josie, I will take your help. But here's the feed, the dump down to Josie, and Josie just beat the interior of the Dons defense. There's just no other way to put it than that. Just beat the inside defense of the Dons. So inbound coming here from Muller. She'll get it back and set the offense. Again, youth night at Columbus. You can see the Utes walking around the bleachers to our right. And these Dons signing autographs after the game, team poster. And we get a foul. That is a shooting foul. Well called. So that'll send Going to send Maddie Muller to the free throw line. And Muller off the mark. Again, Maddie comes in averaging 12 points per game for Coach Joling's Blackhawks. And the second one is up and good as she hits on the back end from the Serve Pro free throw line. Call Serve Pro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro, like it never happened. Again, chat box is open on YouTube, mobile device watchers. 32 in black. Give me a last name because I don't think what was shown to me is correct. I may just be off. Hold! Unimpeded to the bucket. Blackhawk defense lost track of 2 in white. Give you my one and only scoring update from Neilsville. It's Neilsville 26, Loyal 10 girls basketball, and I can see that because it's on Zaleski Sports Live right now. I'll give you a Columbus Catholic boys score as well. They are 8 minutes in. They play up in Rib Lake tonight. And with 8 minutes to play in the first half, Rib Lake 10, Columbus Catholic boys 8. That game, I'm able to give you the score because it is live on Zaleski Sports. And they are 8 minutes in over in Auburndale. Auburndale 6, Assumption 4 girls basketball. And yes, live on Zaleski Sports. 16 games live tonight. So if you want a game, the chances are we have it. Blackhawks going to hold for a final shot here. So they're going to take a lead into the half. I'll still give you the update, the historic possibility tonight for the Dons at halftime. So don't go anywhere once the halftime starts. 5 seconds left. 3 there off the mark for Muller. And the Blackhawks will get a chance to set it up one more time. Or will they? Sophie Wilczek back in for the Dons. There's some of the youth right there enjoying some fabulous Scotty's Pizza. Scotty's Pizza available at the concession stand. So they'll actually amend the clock to 3.7. So plenty of time here for the Blackhawks as Rasmussen will inbound it. In it comes into Delaney Hattelstad. A 3 there is going to be well short from Maddie Muller. The Dons defend the final shot from the Blackhawks well. But Owen-Withee has owned the first half of this one as we go to the half. Owen-Withee leads Columbus Catholic 22-14 on Zaleski Sports, presented by ShedsDelivered.com. Founded in 2011, Marshfield Fast Pitch is a competitive, fast-pitch softball club. Players range in age from 7 to 18 years old, and they consist of girls from central Wisconsin and headquartered in Marshfield. Throughout the year, teams compete in tournaments locally, around the state, and nationally. During the winter, practices, lessons, and clinics are held at our indoor facility. Tryout registration is happening now. Go to marshfieldfastpitch.com to get started.
Looking to buy flooring today? Shop R&R Flooring and Furniture. We have more flooring in stock and ready to go than the big box stores. Over 250,000 square feet.
That's right, over 250,000 square feet of luxury vinyl planking carpet in over 150 colors.
R&R guarantees you will find what you're looking for at a price you won't find anywhere else.
Grab your new floor today or schedule an installation.
When it comes to flooring, furniture, and mattresses,
it's easy.
Come to R&R Flooring and Furniture today. That's all it takes.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fir, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafflatiri, Caffla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, how can I help you?
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken has been voted best pizza in Marshfield 16 years in a row. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken is ready for your call now. Choose drunken chicken, BLT, Western, mac and cheese, sweet chili chicken, and more. Plus, Scotty's has broasted chicken, fish sandwiches, salads, and desserts. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, 715-384-8118 and Scotty'sPizza.com.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, how can I help you?
Man, I'll tell you, that Scotty's Pizza looks good. There is time right now. If you get a delivery right now, look at in the red sweatshirt, she's eating Scotty's Pizza. She's eating the pepperoni variety. If you call Scotty right now, he'll get this pizza to you before the end of the game, I'm pretty sure. For the Owen-Withee, we'll go through some first half scoring. For the Owen-Withee Blackhawks, it looks like this. Jocelyn Severide with 7 points. 4 points for Carmen Fries. A couple of 3-point buckets apiece for Delaney and Addie Hattelstad. 2-point bucket for Kayla Rasmussen. Josie has a 2-point bucket, and Maddie Muller has 1 free throw and 1 point for the Blackhawks. For Columbus Catholic, scoring looks like this. Leading the Dons, 5 points for Izzy Holes, 3-point basket for Kayla Casperson, and field goals each for Sophie Wilczek, Kenley Hilgeman, and Ellie Gardner. 22-14, your halftime score. Take a commercial break now, and I'll come back and I'll tell you, with a win tonight, a historic night for the Dons. I'll tell you more about that right after this on Zaleski Sports, presented by ShedsDelivered.com.
Take your valuable possessions from outdoors to indoors with help from ShedsDelivered.com. It's your one-stop shop for sheds, barns, cabins, garages, greenhouses, chicken coops, and hunting blinds, all crafted by skilled Amish artisans. Headquartered in Loyal, Rod and April make it easy. Just visit ShedsDelivered.com to design your perfect structure. With short lead times and free delivery and installation, Sheds Delivered is the smart choice for outdoor storage. That's ShedsDelivered.com. Go today.
Does your roof need attention? Don't replace it, restore it with Seamless Commercial Roofing. Our process is guaranteed and a fraction of the cost of replacement with no downtime. When your roof needs attention, call Seamless Commercial Roofing in Marshfield.
Why work for Staub Construction?
Everybody around you is just family. Everybody seems to bond together and get along good, and
They, I believe, truly care about their employees.
Staub has a great benefits package.
Staub is an employee-owned company that puts a large emphasis on work-life balance.
And everybody wants to see everybody succeed.
it's a good place to work.
Join the team at Staub Construction. Apply now at staubco.com.
And from the Department of Corrections, which is where a lot of people say I should be, Shanna tells us it is Josie LaRock. Thank you, Shanna, and thank you for watching tonight. And James Maddie Mueller. I got it, James. Thank you so much. For the Dons tonight, history could be in the making, although they trail by 8 now, so history is going to need a comeback tonight for Columbus Catholic. But since joining the WIAA 25 plus years ago, Columbus Catholic girls have never won a conference championship. So, okay, I think we can all, I say it, and for Dons fans, it's not that exciting to hear, yet we could probably believe that. But the Columbus Catholic Dons girls basketball team in WIAA play has never played in a game for a conference championship. And that would, with a win tonight, that would likely happen on Thursday. There's some mathematical technicalities in there that could still keep the Dons from a conference championship. But a win tonight and a win against Neillsville at home on Thursday would put the Dons in the driver's seat for their first ever conference championship. But a win tonight for Columbus Catholic on Thursday would put themselves in a game to perhaps win a conference championship. So history tonight, perhaps, for the Dons. I know that they have, mathematically, they have a game after Neillsville next week that let's just play this out, right? They beat Owen-Withee tonight. They beat Neillsville next week. And they would lose to Loyal. Neillsville could still win the conference, and Columbus would not. But not even have the Dons had an opportunity to say, all we need to do is win these last 2 games and we're conference champions. It never even happened. So historical night here for the Dons, but for now they do trail by 8. Owen-Withee looking to steal one on the road here tonight, and they are well on their way to doing that with a nice halftime lead. Again, Owen-Withee, a state team from a year ago, and I take a look at our seed math at ZaleskiSports.com. Just click VIP, and you can see the seeds before the WIAA tells you them on Sunday. Owen-Withee looks to be completely locked into the 3 seed as of today. And Aliva Strum leads the pack. They are the 1 seed, followed by New Auburn, Owen-Withee, then Eau Claire Emmanuel Lutheran. And as I'd mentioned, Columbus Catholic hanging by a thread, clinging to all hope on that 2 line, because only the 1 and 2 seeds get to host a regional final at home. Pacelli is got the top seed right now. Assumption is right behind the Dons, and they may even be within the variance on the head-to-head win to overtake Columbus Catholic anyway come seed day on Sunday. And Almond Bancroft is in there right now. For the Dons, if you're looking to head to some seeding and trying to hang on to that 2 seed, a win tonight is you need it. Without it, you can forget about the 2. And the other factor in there, you probably need Assumption to lose another game in here as well. They're playing at Auburndale right now, and that game is tied with 3 minutes left in the first half. So some hope in there for the Dons. But first things first, need to overcome an 8-point deficit at home. First half tip, we'll be back right after this on Zaleski Sports, presented by ShedsDelivered.com. Taqueria Monarca is now open at the Marshfield Mall. Experience the bold and fresh flavors of Mexico in Marshfield at Taqueria Monarca. Delicious tacos, burritos, quesadillas, bowls, and drinks. Kick things up a notch with the fresh salsa bar. Taqueria Monarca is fast, casual, and delicious.
We are ready to serve you the bold, fresh flavors from Mexico. Welcome to Taqueria Monarca.
At the Granite Shop, we take great pride in what we do. We offer high-quality natural stone granite as well as a huge selection of man-made stone. With full slabs as well as a variety of partial remnants, you'll have no problem finding the stone that was meant for you. Our high-end, high-quality granite, quartz, and marble is perfect for any kitchen, bathroom, or remodel need. We are locally owned and operated on County Road C near Stratford. We service all of Wisconsin.
Second half is now on Zaleski Sports. Jason Zaleski here. Again, thank you to Shanna and James for keeping me right tonight. For the Blackhawks, they are led in scoring by Jocelyn Severide. She's got 7. Carmen Fries has 4. Half of the scoring for the Blackhawks between Severide and Fries. For the Dons, 5 points tonight for Izzy Holes through 1 half of play. Caitlin Casperson has a 3-point bucket, and they own 8 of the 14 Columbus points through the first half. Over in Greenwood, I should say, Tatum Travis came into the night with 994 career points, needed 6 for 1,000, and through the first half she has 5, so she sits on 999 with 1 half of basketball to play. You will see highlights of that game and her 1,000th point tomorrow on Facebook at Zaleski Sports and Zaleski Sports Cloverbelt. There's a 3 to start it for the Blackhawks as they begin the second half where they left off in the first. A 3 from Addie Hadelstad. And the Blackhawks lead by 11. And will that one will be just tipped out of bounds by Hadelstad. It was a bit of a collision, slight contact down there, but a lot of folks don't know this. Basketball is a contact sport, as we see the 3 right out of the chute for Addie. That's the way to start a half. Here's Gardner with a step through and in. Second bucket tonight for Gardner. She has 4. You figure the Dons need a lot more Ellie Gardner if they're to make a comeback here in this second half. And we're going to timeout. The Blackhawks call the timeout. Coach Jolling didn't want to give a turnover less than a minute in. You're watching girls basketball on Zaleski Sports, presented by ShedsDelivered.com.
Whether you need deep sleep, beauty sleep, or just need to sleep it off, Mall Furniture has a huge selection of double-sided comfort sleep mattresses. When it's time for a double, it's no trouble. You'll flip over our great prices. There's 2 great sides to this mattress story, and they're made right here in Wisconsin. It's double-sided or nothing.
Get your perfect comfort sleep mattress from Mall Furniture and Mattress, West 9th Street, Marshfield.
See you on the flip side.
Blackhawks call the timeout. Eric Wilson takes advantage too. He continues to instruct his girls from the bench. 25-16, the Blackhawks lead it. And they got a clock malfunction on the wall. They'll get that sorted out. Express Employment Professionals has relationships with all the local businesses and job openings. Call or stop in and Express Employment. Find the right career path for you. I told you the game of the night is in boys basketball. It's Tigerton at Amherst. Division III Amherst 10-9, hosting Division V Tigerton 18-0. The Tigers are 18-0 out of Division V. They've already beat Division III Tomahawk on the year. They play an above 500 Division III basketball team tonight on the road, and they are leading Amherst 28-15. So what a performance in the first half for Tigerton. As they continue to work on the clock, I'll continue to get you updated on other things. First, does your roof need attention? Call Schwartz's Seamless Commercial Roofing in Marshfield today. They're your roof damage experts. They serve all of central Wisconsin, both residential and commercial roofing at Schwartz's Seamless Roofing. Take a look at some other scores. Looks like they've got our clock sorted out. So I'd mentioned Assumption and Auburndale going at it. Don's fans cheering for Auburndale tonight. That game has been a little slow to load. 19-13 Auburndale. So good news for Columbus Catholic. Good news for Pacelli and Allman Bancroft as well, as they all are looking to put Assumption in their rearview mirror. Division V basketball poll, Bound Wisconsin Zaleski Sports poll. Yeah, I vote in that. Don's ranked 5. That's about where I have them. Assumption, though, dropped out of the voting, and that is a mistake by the voters. That's why you can't trust these polls, gang. They're for entertainment purposes only. Just, travel there, and we'll give the ball back to the Blackhawks. Yeah, that's a mistake. Some of the voters, they look at the records, and they don't look at what happened, and it doesn't matter. Hey, playoffs are going to start soon. It all gets sorted out on the floor anyway. But to me, that's on the comical end. But I like things that are funny. Blackhawks back with it. Minute and a half in. 3-2 the scoring advantage for Owen-Withee to start the second half. They lead by 9 with the ball. Inside out passing. 3 on the way. That was too strong from Addy. And here come Gardner and the Duns. Gardner's got a one-on-one opportunity here. Step through it up. 2 free throws coming for Ellie Gardner as she pushed the tempo and earned those free throws for her Duns. As she steps to the Surf Pro free throw line. Call Surf Pro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Surf Pro, like it never happened. Free throw for Gardner, off the mark. And Ellie's a shooter, and she's had some misses tonight. Where shooters usually find their stroke, if they're going to find it, is from the free throw line. Just being able to take your time, take a breath, and have your stroke go. But you can see there again, Ellie not able to find those free throws and not able to find the stroke. And if you're a shooter, once you find your stroke, doesn't matter where it is, but sometimes when you're having some troubles, you find it from the free throw line. Then things click, but Ellie not able to find it there from the free throw line, which is good news for the Blackhawks. Prolific freshman scorer is Gardner, 22.5 a game, and she's sitting on 4. 3 is good for Severide. Severide in double digits. She has 10, her second three-pointer here tonight. Gardner dribbles it all the way through the lane. Now kick out Casperson. 3 is good. Casperson answers back. And Coach Wilson calls the timeout. 27-19. Blackhawks in the lead on the road on Zaleski Sports. Presented by ShedsDelivered.com. Hiller's True Value is Central Wisconsin's Milwaukee Tool Destination Center. Check out Hiller's large selection of heated gear to keep you warm wherever you go this winter. Hiller's True Value of Marshfield. Buy your next vehicle from Gross Buick of Marshfield. Gross Buick is home of the lifetime engine warranty on select vehicles. Gross Buick, where you get a free courtesy car. Gross Buick of Marshfield. Back here to Columbus Catholic, 27-19. Blackhawks playing well on the road tonight. And the most impressive thing has been the defensive effort. And again, the Dons have missed some shots, but the Blackhawks defense has been hounding. I mean, they have been all over these Dons on the defensive end. Dons, they'll get the turnover this time. Holes, mid-range J, no good. Hilgeman fights for the rebound. And this will be Blackhawks basketball, last off of Henley, as she battled Mueller for the loose ball. Blackhawks get it across half court. They'll settle into the half court. They're up by 8. Probably feeling pretty good about things right now. 15 to play. 8-point lead on the road. That's about as good as you'd want to be. If you told Coach Jolling he was going to lead by 8 with 15 to play, he would have said, yeah, let's fast forward the game to that point. A tie up. Dons will take possession. Stevens Point Orthopedics, proudly providing the central Wisconsin community with orthopedic, sports medicine, spine, and physical therapy services. Stevens Point Orthopedics, world-class treatment, hometown care. Gardner again, inside the lane, hit. Gardner on the drive, and if you noticed, Ellie had planned that one out. She had dribbled through that lane laterally a few times already this game. This time stopped in the lane. Blackhawks were thinking she was going to cruise through like she had. Found herself wide open and hits the 8-footer. Smart. I mean, that's a freshman, guys, playing this basketball game. That is a smart basketball player. 6-point game. And downstairs, yeah, fouls on the floor. I agree. As Mueller got good position down there. Look at, yeah, you'll see Gardner here. Goes left hand on the dribble. And the Blackhawks, especially on the interior, looking for her to continue to dribble on, and she pulls up over all of them. Just a smart basketball play from the free throw line. That one's short for Rasmussen. Offensive rebound, though, for the Blackhawks. Rasmussen back with it. Takes a look around. Paddlestad. Up top now to Mueller. There's Severide. And Gardner went for the steal. Didn't hit the jackpot. Blackhawks played a man advantage. Didn't take advantage of it, though. Patient this time down is Owen-Withee. High post, outside kick, 3 on the way from Mueller is good. Maddie Mueller's first field goal of the game. That to go with her first half free throw. She has 4. Blackhawks lead by 9. Gardner, pull up, no. Burnick with the rebound. Burnick spinning, pivot, kick out. Gardner, 3, nope. And rebound comes out to Rasmussen. Empty time down that time for the Dons. Paddlestad now bounces to Mueller. Mueller gets around Kasperson, pulls it back out. And Freeze with the travel. So Freeze getting called with the travel. And this will be Dons basketball. So they survived that attempt from Owen-Withee. But, you know, with 13, 12 and a half left, for the Dons, you start to count possessions at this point. They're down by 9. And a team that's having trouble scoring, you start to count defensive possessions. And what I mean by that is we probably need to keep Owen-Withee from scoring 6 more field goals, right? If they get 42, we may have some trouble. So they're in that what I call counting possessions at this point. They need to make probably 20-some stops and can only give up 5 field goals. Is the feeling I get in this game. If you ever play poker, they call it outs. How many outs do you have? I think the Dons only have about 5 outs left. Free throw line there as the foul's committed. This is Kenley Hilgeman to the Serve Pro free throw line. Call Serve Pro for the number 1 placement, cleanup, and restoration. Serve Pro like it never happened. Kenley averaging just about 5 points per game for the Dons. Mutual of Wausau Insurance, protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualofwausau.com to find an agent near you. So 1 of 2 goes Hilgeman from the free throw line. 18-point lead for the Tigerton Tigers over at Amherst, boys basketball team. A lot of people around the state calling and asking me. The second question they asked me was, how good is Tigerton? The first question they asked me is, where is Tigerton? That's been the questions I've been getting from my media peers around the state over the last couple weeks. Where is Tigerton? And I explained, and then, okay, well, how good are they? I said, well, the game to watch is at Amherst coming up, and they're winning by 18. So they are the 1 seed in their half sectional. The other half is the number 1 team in all the land in Division 5. That's the Reedsville Panthers. I know we're watching girls basketball now, so I'll keep the boys talk to a minimum. But Tigerton, Reedsville sectional final. I may need to adjust whatever I'm doing that night and go to watch that game. Should be a good one, if it transpires. Gonna get Don's foul. Chase Blinker commits the foul, picks up her second. Free throw line is Jocelyn Severide. She hits the first from our Serve Pro free throw line. Well, Serve Pro for the number 1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Blackhawks again lead by 9. I believe they've led by as many as 14. I had them for 12, but I may have missed one in there. So, but at any rate, Blackhawks playing an exceptional game here tonight. They once again pushed the lead to double digits here with under 12 to play. Don's in trouble at home here tonight. Gardner. Here it is for Wilczek. Deep 3 off front iron, no good. And Blanker couldn't find the rebound. Nicely done there by Maddie Mueller. Or I'm sorry, that was Addie Hadelstadt. Ponytail is getting in the way of the numbers.
Returning to the Dons, number 1, Caitlin Casperson.
So Casperson comes out, or out in. Hilgeman comes out for the Dons. Owen-Withee on the blob, baseline out of bounds. Inside for Severide, kick out, 3, Rasmussen, no. And we're going to have a tie-up really nicely done there by Cameron Freeze to come in and tie up the Dons. Dons get the possession arrow now, but as soon as they inbound it, possession arrow back to the Blackhawks. And just those hustle plays from Coach Jolling's players here tonight. Nearly given away by Columbus Catholic. Here's Wilczek. Bounce outside for Casperson. Now Gardner with it. Gardner lost it and kind of shoveled it over to Casperson. Don's fortunate to keep the ball here. Here's Holes in the lane. Left-handed runner, no. Gets her own rebound and is fouled in the process.
Second foul on Maddie Mueller.
Maddie Mueller picks up her second. No real foul trouble on either side. Couple with 2 here and there. Kind of, you think of weather forecast, spotty showers. It's been spotty fouls tonight. Nothing to worry about. The spotty shower passes pretty quick. Nothing to worry about. Don's on the blob. Baseline out of bounds, if you didn't hear that a moment ago. Basketball talk. Here's Holes for 3, no. Blanker tipped it out of bounds. It'll be Owen-Withee basketball. Sternweiss & Sons Ready Mix and Block Plant of Marshfield now hiring boom truck, concrete truck drivers. Be home every night and work for the hometown team at Sternweiss & Sons. That's Sternweiss & Sons of Marshfield. Mueller brings it across the timeline. Somewhat guided by Gardner. Watched over, as I'll say every now and then. Rasmussen dribbles all the way into the corner. Now turns it back upfield. Goes swimming against the current like a salmon there for a minute, but she got it pointed the right way. And a little blocking foul called on Holes. And out of bounds coming. Thanks to our game day sponsors, Woodfield Inn and Suites, Brown's Bar, Rem's Funeral Home, and G&D Wood Products. check the chat box hotline, and yeah, still just Shannon and James. So I got my mistakes out of the way early. And we'll get a foul this time on Wilczek. Again, that's no worries on the fouls on either side. That won't be what decides this game. This is a 10-point lead for the Blackhawks. Blackhawks' patient offensive possessions and solid defensive possessions are what's going to likely turn the outcome of this game. And at this point, successful on either end, it'll be a Blackhawks win tonight. They lead by 10. So again, patient on the offense, solid defense, and just kind of 1 foot in front of the other for the Blackhawks as they somewhat lull the Dons to sleep. And Freeze hits the bucket, her first in the second half. She's got 6, and the Blackhawks have matched their largest lead tonight at 12. Kaspersen, 3 is in. The Dons desperately need buckets, and Kaspersen, her third three-pointer tonight. She has 9, but nary a Don in double figures tonight. And that is unusual on the season for Columbus Catholic. They have 3 scoring in double figures on the season. Kaspersen leads the way with 9. 12 points tonight for Jocelyn Severide on the Blackhawks side. Here's Gardner. Watched over there by Rasmussen. Pulls straight on 3, got it. Couple of big three-pointers on back-to-back possessions for the Dons. The lead is now 6, just like that. And thrown out of bounds. Turnover. Dons with it. And you see Addie Hadelstad saying, hey, I need some help from my team. She's talking to her teammates. I need some help. You got to come back to me. Everybody was too far out. You got to come back to me and give me some help. Times get a little tough. They get a little nervous. They make some rash decisions. That's going to be kicked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Dons. Infinity Exteriors, installing peace of mind, roofing, siding, windows built to last, saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors, guaranteeing quality you can trust at Infinity Exteriors. People at home right now going to dictionary.com and typing in unscrupulous. It means naughty contractors. Inside feed to Holes, and she is fouled by Hadelstad. And 2 free throws from the Serve Pro free throw line coming up for Izzy Holes. And with 8.5 left, these are some important free throws here for the Dons. Holes, one of those double-digit scores for the Dons, averaging 11 a game, and the Dons having trouble from the free throw line in real time here. They are 1 of 5 from the free throw line as a team. 1 of 5. Second from Holes is no good. 1 of 6. But a big rebound there from Gardner. Gardner skips it across to Holes. Holes, defense there held for the Blackhawks. Holes with it again. Holes driving and got that one blocked. Kaspersen, 3, no. Gardner fights for it, and in the corner with it is Hadelstad. Got it out to Mueller. Mueller bottled up. Blackhawks get it across. What an effort from Owen-Withee. Again, more of those hustle plays for Coach Jolling here tonight. Blackhawks lead in the scoring category. They also lead in the hustle category as well. An empty possession. Don's defense holds. Gardner and traveled. He worked against Kayla Rasmussen, and Rasmussen's defense was outstanding. Rasmussen was a brick wall there, and Gardner got in between on a shuffle and traveled. Blackhawks get it in, under 8 to play. 6-point game. It was just 12 a moment ago. Dons with 2 critical three-pointers. We're looking to find a way here. Blackhawks looking to find a way to clamp down on this game's final 7:20, and with no shot clock in Wisconsin, they can just hold it. Yeah, Blanker comes out to defend and flips the foul. That'd be the third on Blanker.
foul called on Chase Blinker, her third
And
personal, 16 foul.
6 team fouls. So the next foul for the Dons will put the Blackhawks to the free throw line. I'll take one last check at the Dons boys in action over at Rib Lake. 38-29, Dons in the lead in the second half. So they had trailed early in the first half, had Columbus Catholic, but they lead now in the second over at Rib Lake, and the Dons defense generates a 5-second call and a turnover. Back to the Dons. There will basketball to be played here, folks. 7 minutes left. Pilgrim to the bench. Holes comes back on as Coach Wilson subs in offense for defense. Great audience watching online. Thank you for choosing Zaleski Sports tonight. It's old Uncle Jace here with you, guiding you through the action. Casperson left alone in the corner. She hit another one. Caitlin Casperson. She's got 4 3-pointers tonight, and it's a 3-point game in Marshfield. Out to Rasmussen. She'll hand off to Severa, to 3. Paddle set. Again, Blackhawks continue to play patient on the offensive end. No shot clock in Wisconsin basketball, so you can do this. Although you have to survive a 5-second call, which the Blackhawks were not able to a moment ago. You have to make a move to the basket if a defender is guarding you within 5 seconds. That's the 5-second call. A move to the basket or pass the ball. You got 5 seconds, so you see the clock there. It went to 3. But you don't have to shoot the ball if you don't want to. If you can avoid the 5-second call, in theory, the Blackhawks could possess for the next 6 minutes and win this one 34-31. Efforts are being made to institute a shot clock in Wisconsin. And Freeze ends the offensive freeze out and hits. So lead back to 5 for the Blackhawks. There's Casperson. She likes that corner. Gets rid of it though. Blinker, Gardner, straight on 3 for Ellie is good. Gardner, a clutch 3, and the lead is 2. It hasn't been 2 since it was 2-0, folks. And a jump ball, and again, it'll go to the Blackhawks. I mentioned a hustle play from Owen-Withee a few minutes back on changing the possession arrow. Well, now the Dons change the possession arrow. You're watching girls basketball on Zaleski Sports, presented by ShedsDelivered.com. Nope, no timeout. We stay here. Trevor's just excited for that replay. He gave us some great theatrical, dramatic music on the replay. That Gardner 3, though, was drama-filled. Here's Gardner with the steal. Here goes Ellie on the run, and 2 free throws coming up for Gardner. Again, the Dons are 1 of 5 from the free throw line in the game, or 1 of 6, I'm sorry. 1 of 6 from the free throw line in the game. All free throws taken in the second half. 1 for 6. And there's free throw made number 2. So 2 for 7 from the Serve Pro free throw line. Call Serve Pro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro like it never happened, and we are tied at Columbus Catholic. We're not on the floor. The Dons have tied it. 5 left to play on Zaleski Sports, presented by ShedsDelivered.com.
Cobuson Bus is hiring. It's drivers that they need. Cobuson Bus is hiring. It's the perfect job for me.
Cobuson Buses would like to thank all of our school bus drivers throughout the state of Wisconsin for their safe driving. If you would like to make a difference in your community with a fun and rewarding part-time job, apply at Cobuson.com.
Cobuson Bus is hiring. It's the perfect job for me.
Are you tired of your old truck? Hey everybody, Matt over at Wheeler Chevrolet GMC, and as you can see, we have rows of trucks ready for you. Take home today. Stop on in or call us about the great rates and awesome rebates going on at Wheeler Chevrolet GMC.
We got Neil Diamond in the gym. Everybody's singing along. Wow. Dons have come all the way back. They trailed by 12 here in the second half. They trail by 12 with about 8 minutes to play, as a matter of fact. And we are tied at 36 on Youth Night at Columbus Catholic. The Utes seeing a really good basketball game and hopefully getting excited to play basketball when they are in high school. That's the whole point of it. Under 5 now to play. Out of the Dons timeout. 36 all and poked away by Casperson. Blackhawks will stay with it. Now the offensive philosophy, the game plan has changed a little bit now for Coach Josh Jolling. We're not going to be able to stall it out now. You'll need points to win this game, so we're not going to be able to just bleed the clock. And a near 5-second call on the inbound. That came in with about a nanosecond left before a turnover on the inbound. But yeah, Coach Jolling's team will need to play offense now. 4:40 to play. Dons have made a dramatic comeback. And we get a block on the layup attempt from Hadelstadt. Here come the Dons. A chance to do what they haven't done all game, which is lead it. Inside to Hilgeman. The feed to Holes. No, overlaid it. And last off of Hilgeman. And that was really good defense there. A really good play by Carmen Fries. It's tough in a loose ball situation to say who was on defense. And then we come in and well, hang on here. We're going to talk about who that was last off of. So hold on. And it was last off of Fries. The ruling comes in, so the Dons will keep possession. I still stand by what I said. Fries with a really good play. Inside, Casperson, 3, short. Long rebound comes all the way out to Severide, and Bobby fumbling in a dribbling violation. Turnover back to the Dons. Coach Josh Jolling says, what? What? Culligan Water specializes in all your water, softener, drinking water, and water filtration systems. You can count on Culligan to keep your water pure and healthy, unparalleled service, and convenient delivery options. It's what we use at Zaleski Sports for Culligan Water, and you should too. Joe, I wish I could help in Rib Lake, but I am not able to help over in Rib Lake tonight. That one rattles in and out for Casperson. Holes with the offensive putback. That was blocked by Severide, and we're going to get a jump ball. So possession arrow will be Columbus Catholic. You see the replay here, the hounding defense from Wilczek, and as she spills to the floor, we get a dribbling violation called on Severide. You can maybe understand why Coach Jolling was asking for an explanation on the call. Outside now to Gardner. Gardner inside the free throw line. Will turn it back out. Casperson, Blanker calls for it in the high post. We'll go to Holes instead. Holes inside the free throw line, got it knocked away. Here come the Blackhawks. And fouled, and we got a free throw coming for Maddie Mueller. As Caitlin Casperson picks up her second, but in... hold on here. Okay, well, never mind on the free throw. 36 all, 3:15 to play. Hadelstadt, watched over by Casperson. Here's Rasmussen. Rasmussen picks up her dribble. Wilczek all over it. Able, though, to unload to Severide. Downstairs for Fries. Fries, baseline jumper, good. Blackhawks back in the lead. Cameron Fries with 10 points. 6 in the first half. She's got 10 on the game. 2:40 to play. Gardner, 3, no. Off the front of the rim, and that'll be let out of bounds by Addie Hadelstadt. So Blackhawks 2-point lead and the ball. Dribbling with it. Nice job of dribbling there from Rasmussen. Pretty well done. The Blackhawks now will go back to the patient half-court set. They can be patient here with a 2-point lead, just over 2 to play. Dons will need a Blackhawks mistake, whether it's just a mistake or off a pressure defense. And instead we'll get the foul. So now we've got a foul by Gracie Wilczek. And now to the free throw line going the Blackhawks. Single bonus for Kayla Rasmussen. She set down her two first half points, her made bucket that she had in the first half, and that has stood since the early moments here of this one. And the free throw is up, and no good. And Barker with the rebound, so Don dodged a bullet there. Gardner says, clear it out for me. Downstairs to Holes, the feed from Gardner. Holes has 10, she's in double figures. We're tied once again. Not at 38. If you remember, gang, with about 9 minutes left, I said the score of the beat was 42. Who can get to 42? Casperson with the steal. Holes up ahead to Gardner. You can rely on Uncle Jace to guide you through the action. And we get a blocking foul as Holes probe to the lane. And in the bonus now are the Dons. So Izzy Holes going to go to the free throw line where she is 0 for 2 tonight. And we see the dime from Gardner that tied this one a moment ago at 38. Holes now a chance to do for the Dons what hasn't been done all game, which is a lead on the scoreboard. And the Dons lead it for the first time tonight. Holes buries the free throw. Again, the Dons were 1 of 6 from the free throw line not that long ago. They have hit 2 of their last 3. Here's Holes. In and out. Rasmussen. What would the Blackhawks do now? Their first time trailing all game long. 1:16 to play. The Dons' first lead. Blackhawks have been patient. Are they patient enough to hold for one? Are they risky enough to roll the dice on a game winner? Defense chant rings out in Columbus Catholic High School. The Utes are in full throat, and we get a foul. The foul's going to be called on Casperson. That's her third. Yeah, she went for the steal. You can see she reached through the arms of Addie Hadelstadt. So that's Captain Obvious to say the right call there. So here is Hadelstadt. Chance to tie. Single bonus free throw for Addie. Is good. We are tied at 39. Again, old Uncle Jake said the first to 42. Tied at 39. Hadelstadt for the lead? No. Tied at 39. Here come the Dons. 40 seconds to play. And Coach Eric Wilson's a drama killer for me. He calls the timeout. Back for more basketball right after this on Zaleski Sports, presented by ShedsDelivered.com.
At Rice's More Than Floors, you'll find quality window treatments, paint, tile, remnants, and of course, quality flooring. So you have 3 options. Come visit us here in Marshfield. We're near Fleet Farm. 2, check out our website, ricesmorethanfloors.com. Or 3, give us a call or text at 715-384-4554. And yes, pets are allowed in Rice's when accompanied by a well-behaved human.
Trevor on the spot. We've got our drama music. Let's take a look inside the production studio, gang, if we can. Let's give a shout out to everybody. Again, my name is Jason. In our production studio today, Connor Filippi and Trevor Zaleski. On camera, Bella is Bella, and we get a Sammy appearance in the production room. Hey-o! Bella is on camera, and we are barreling to the finish here of this one. 39-39, coming out of the Columbus Catholic timeout. We are set to play this game's final 39 seconds. Sammy on the video mixer. How about that? Now we're going to have to send some Cash App. Going to have to help the sister out. All right, here we go. 39 all. I said first to 42 wins it. Will it be the Dons? Will it be the Blackhawks? Dons are going to pull the trigger on the final shot here in regulation. Will it be the winner? Kasperson picks up her dribble. Gardner, 5 to play. Gardner, free throw line and fouled. 3 seconds to play, and the freshman, Ellie Gardner, to the stripe. Gardner 2 of 4 from the free throw line here tonight. And she's fouled by Severide. Severide's had a fantastic game tonight, and hitting the first is Gardner. She turns to her team and says, "Let's go." No matter what, Blackhawks will, if on a rebound here, a made free throw, and there's the made free throw. Blackhawks still have the chance to send us to overtime or take the lead. We'll keep it here. Keep it here on the Blackhawks timeout as we enjoy scenes from inside the Columbus Catholic Gymnasium. Columbus Catholic with 41. I said it would take 42 to win the game. Blackhawks half quarter at the buzzer, question mark? 41-39. What a comeback effort tonight from Columbus Catholic as they have come storming all the way back. 12 points from Caitlin Kasperson tonight. 13 from Ellie Gardner, including her last 4 made free throws. She started 0 for 2 from the free throw line, has made her last 4 free throws, including the clutch 2 moments ago. The freshman averages 22 a game. Perhaps the free throws to win in here tonight for the freshman Gardner. Jocelyn Severide has 12 points for the Blackhawks. Addie Hadelstadt with 7. Who will Coach Jolling give the ball to here with 3 seconds left for his Blackhawks? We will find out. And we will find out now. Here's the inbound from Rasmussen. And still with it. The heave. And no good. The Dons defense holds. The Dons hang on and they win it. 41-39 your final score. Blackhawks unable to get a shot off at the end. Columbus Catholic with a 12-point come-from-behind win tonight. And again, your final score as we head into our Nasonville Dairy post-game show. Columbus Catholic 41, Owen-Withee 39. The Dons hang on to hope for the 2 on the seed line. They hang on to hope for a conference championship. And, oh, wow, we got a lot to talk to. A lot to talk about when we talk to Coach Eric Wilson coming up next in our Zaleski Sports Nasonville Dairy post-game show. Nasonville Dairy, fresh cheese curds made daily. NasonvilleDairy.com. Holy cow. Coach Eric Wilson, our Zaleski Sports Highlight House player of the game, coming up next on Zaleski Sports.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fure, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafflettieri, Caffla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's cheese, pizza cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fir, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafflatiri, Caffla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
All right, post-game coverage is now on Zaleski Sports as we get ready for Coach Eric Wilson coming up on our broadcast here soon as our Nasonville Dairy post-game show begins now. Nasonville Dairy with fresh cheese curds in Marshfield. Start us at NasonvilleDairy.com. That's where all the cheese curds come from, and they are fantastic. Lots on here on this one as we see Coach Wilson coming out. So we'll go through some of the scoring here. Josh Severide with 12 points for the Blackhawks. Carmen Fries with 10. 7 points for Addie Hattelstedt. 4 points for Maddie Mueller. 3 points for Delaney Hattelstedt. Kayla Rasmussen with 2. And Josie LaRock with 2 for the Bucks. For the Columbus Catholic Dons tonight, Ellie Gardner with 13. Caitlin Caston with 12. Izzy Holes with 11. 3 points for Kenley Hilgeman. And 2 points for Sophie Wilczek as we bring in Columbus Catholic Dons head basketball coach Eric Wilson. Coach, your team a couple times dug themselves a 12-point hole, but you come away with a 2-point win. What does that tell you about your basketball team this year?
You know, I think the end tells us that when we decide not to quit, we can beat just about anybody. But I think it also tells me we got to get a little bit better being ready to play. You know, we talked about that, but take that away. I talked to the girls after the game, and I'm super proud of this group. Probably a year and a half, 2 years ago, we probably just get run out of the gym. We don't fight. And sometimes you don't make shots and we got to fight. And we talked about in the playoffs at some point, this is going to happen. And, how do you battle through it? So I think that's a good thing for us. And, a lot of credit goes to Owen-Withee. Coach Jolling does a great job with those ladies, and they play really hard.
All right, Coach, no free throw attempts in the first half. You start the second half, 2 of 6 from the free throw line. You finish 7 of 10. And in a 2-point game, free throw is so important to make.
Yeah, absolutely. We've been talking, and we've been struggling at the line a little bit. We were shooting close to 70% for a good first half of the year, and then we struggled a little bit, and I think we've put a focus back on it, and it's still not where we want to be, but I think they know how important it is, and I think, the big thing with these girls they understand is this. I keep saying it, but it's no quit, and I think for the good thing is we had youth night here tonight, and for those little girls sitting behind our bench to see these kids not quit, that's a big deal for our program right now.
Not only did Ellie make her final 4 free throws, last 2 with 3 seconds left to put you ahead. Take us through the timeout, getting ready for Owen-Withee's inbound. What did you and the girls talk about to get ready to defend that play?
At the end, it's more like the ball's got to go backwards. We can't let the ball go forward. It did go forward a little bit, so we didn't do it exactly like we asked. I didn't like how that went at the end exactly, but, the reality is the kids, they battled, and sometimes that's what you need. Some things aren't perfect. Sometimes it's just I refuse to lose, and I think this group's got a little bit of that. And I think that's a change in our program where, I've told people a lot of this when I took this job over. It was probably a 5-year deal in order to get to where I thought we should be. I think we're a year and a half to 2 years ahead of that, and that's a credit to the kids, not me. So,
25 years, Columbus Catholic girls have been in the WIAA, 0 conference championships, and this late in the season, 0 attempts at a conference championship. You play Neilsville on Thursday, a win there. I know you've got a game next week after that, but a win on Thursday, so important for that. Just take us through practice tomorrow, and how do you kind of keep things level? A big win tonight, a big game tomorrow, but we've got practice today. You've got 9 on the roster. You want to keep their energy right. How do you go through practice tomorrow?
The reality is we just got to come out and it'll be short. I mean, you get to this time of year and you're not fixing a lot of your issues. So it's the reps you have. You got to make sure they're good. And we talked to the girls about it. And I think we've struggled with that lately a little bit. I think practices got boring and monotonous because hard work becomes that way. But I think now there's something on the line for that. And I'm glad we didn't screw it up tonight. And honestly, we have a monumental task with Neilsville. It's simple as that. I have the utmost respect for Coach Geyer and what that group does. They play really, really hard. And until somebody beats them, they're the champs, and that's the reality. I'm just glad we get the opportunity because I think our girls deserve that opportunity, but it's going to take everything we have in order to pull it a win on that game.
Coach, congratulations on the win tonight. We'll see you on Thursday.
Yeah, thanks, Jason. Thanks for the coverage.
All right, so let's go through the Dons scoring one more time. I may have had to cut that a little bit short as it looks like we've got a couple of, a lot of Dons coming up to talk to us tonight. We've got Ellie Gardner, and it looks like we've got we got Caitlin and Ellie. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, excellent. Ellie, let's start with you. You missed your first couple free throws in the second half. You make your final 4, including the last 2 to give the 2-point advantage. Just talk about finding your stroke from the free throw line at last tonight.
Yeah, I know for sure that was my best game, and but I knew I was going to do anything to win the game. And my teammates were there, and they were knocking down shots. Kate was knocking down a bunch of threes. And the win wasn't just because I hit the free throws at the end, but it was because my team had my back.
Yeah, and part of your team is number 1 next to you there to your left, Caitlin Casperson. Caitlin, 4 made 3-pointers tonight. During this game, buckets were hard to get. They were hard to find. The defense was swarming from the Blackhawks. Just tell us about making the shots when it was needed.
For sure. The shots weren't really open, and I had Ellie working hard next to me to get shots, and Izzy was hitting gaps, so I just knocked them down when they were open, and my teammates really helped me to find open shots.
All right. Are we still signing posters tonight?
We are.
Excellent. All right. We got the whole team behind you, so I'll keep the questions at that. I'll count you down if you want to kind of rehearse a little bit of what you want to do, but looks like the girls behind you are ready to celebrate. You know what you want to do?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
I'm Caitlin Casperson. I'm Ellie Gardner. And we're in the house.
All right. There they go. The girls finally let out some cheers. Oh, my gosh.
41-39. It is youth night at Columbus Catholic, and girls are going to go down and sign the posters, and we will begin to sign this thing off. 13 points for Ellie Gardner, 12 for Caitlin Casperson, 11 for Izzy Holes, and the Dons with a 12-point comeback to win it, 41-39, and set up essentially a title bout on Thursday, right here at Columbus Catholic, right here on Zaleski Sports. I will be on the call Thursday. We will see you then. Have a good night.